We have now gotten to the last look section of the podcast where I'm going to ask you 4 pop culture questions. What is your favorite movie of all time?
Jurassic Park.
Great call.
And or Uncle Buck. I saw I have a distant aunt who was Spielberg's assistant, and she organized when Jurassic Park came out. She organized for our whole family a private screening at the Lloyd Center in Portland, the Lloyd Cinemas, a private screening of Jurassic Park. I was in 5th grade, I think, and I remember like we got free treats and they brought us there in a limo. It was like the craziest experience, and I was so moved by the CG. I was moved by the dinos. I love dinos, first of all.
Yeah.
And it was just like the most, to me, not only the most relevant theme of our time and of my time, like the idea that science, no one ever, like even with AI, you don't question if we should, you know, like we're just going for it, you know, and the like dynamic, that theme, but also like the cast, I mean,
oh, get out of here.
I cannot. And yeah, the dinos of it all. And it was just like a magical theater experience for me.
I love that. That's in that theater that's right across the street from the Lloyd Center.
Yeah.
I have seen many movies there during my time in Portland. And then my husband shot a movie up in Portland this summer, and I got these shoes at the Lloyd Center and literally wore them because you were coming today. And I needed like some Portland zhuzh.
Oh my God, Portland showing up.
Obsessed. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And then Uncle Buck.
Uncle Buck is just a timeless classic.
It really is.
And I love uncle culture, auntie culture. I love like a rugged auntie uncle. That's kind of like my whole vibe.
Yeah.
And I think, and I've talked to many other Native people, that Uncle Buck at its heart is an indigenous story. Like to me, like auntie uncle culture is so indigenous because in our original, like our philosophies about family structure and community structure, like parents and aunties and uncles are in the same hierarchical position. So in American and like a lot of Western and white culture, parents are at the top, and then it's sort of like grandparents, and then aunties and uncles are down here. But in our family structure, like aunties and uncles are basically called like little mom or little dad in a lot of indigenous languages. And like, you know, it's just like,
totally.
There's
that great part in Reservation Dogs. And I want to say Rita says something, maybe to Teeny, like, well, you don't have kids.
Right.
And she's like, Bev doesn't either. And you're like, but I'm an aunt. And like that really kind of shuts it down. One of the many things I love about that show is even just as you are sort of educating right now, like I did not know that. And that's awesome. And also like how it should be, and everyone would not be losing their minds
and that is
doing it all alone.
Truly, in my opinion, like, you know, we talk a lot about like representation matters and shit like that. But like, I think like indigenous representation or understanding indigenous history and understanding indigenous philosophies, and like, I think it's better for everyone because it sort of is our innate way as people, you know, and to like acknowledge it and to codify it sort of, and be like, no, as an auntie and uncle, like you are responsible and you should sort of step up and help the parents. And but also like to be able to show that on screen and to express it on screen is a lot more impactful than writing it in a textbook or having like auntie and uncle like legal policy. Like what is that, you know?
No,
but like
exactly.
we know that like this is a cultural element that like the only way to sort of express that idea and to codify it is to put it on film and TV.
Exactly. Okay. Amazing choices. What are, if you are stranded on a deserted island and you have 2 albums with you to help maintain your sanity while you're there, what are those 2 albums?
I'm going to say, Fleetwood Mac.
Rumors.
Hell and yes. I'm going to say, this is a very fucking weird and wild one, but Alanis Morissette, Jagged Little Pill.
Listen,
I'm
we
a
are
90s
who
girl,
we
not okay with that
Jagged Little
either.
Pill. That it's like it beyond hit the culture. That it was so defining. And also I mean, everyone couldn't believe she's talking about going down on someone in a theater, and it's probably the guy from Full House. And
I
like
know.
that was right. If we were like teens of the 90s, like that was, oh my God.
Yeah.
But also,
and it unleashed the rage that I felt being like, yeah, fuck you, Dave Coulier. Like, who the fuck are you? You think you're, and just like being like a young woman in a very sinister, misogynistic music scene to be like she's just holding her own. And I was like, man,
incredible.
I fucking get it.
Right? I love her so much and will go supposed former infatuation junkie for my choice of Alanis albums. Jagged Little Pill is the move. There are some on there. Whew.
Oh yeah.
So good. So good.
Oh yeah.
Great choices. Okay. What is either your favorite book of all time or a book you've read recently that's really stayed with you and you'd recommend?
My favorite book of all time is, and I have read recently, I've read it several times, is Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. It's very prophetic and timely and
sadly timely.
Yeah. And, I read it again actually last year or 2 years ago. And then kept getting, and then I recommended it to Michael Grey Eyes, who was on Rutherford Falls with me, and he was like, "Oh God," because Michael is a prepper. But it is a sort of a post-apocalyptic story about Los Angeles, actually about post-apocalyptic fire Altadena, which is very relevant right now.
Wild.
And the way that she's talking about religion and new religion and philosophy and sort of like cult mentality and also like migration and just like and wealth disparities. It's very, very moving. I also love The Color Purple, the book by Alice
Walker.
So good and just like so gay and so real. I'm really into post-apocalyptic stories for some reason, probably because my people have lived through many apocalypses.
Yes.
And also Black authors. I just really find Black women writers to be so pointed about critique about culture. I find this to be true for Native authors as well, that like if you really want to learn about white culture, like read Black authors, read Native authors. Very interesting points of view on whiteness.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. TV. What TV is either your favorite show of all time or a show that you're watching now and loving?
Favorite show of all time is probably either Golden Girls or Roseanne. Unfortunately, Rosie has
it's a problematic.
Yes,
she has.
But the show itself,
yeah,
is so good and of its time, and would love to recreate. I mean, the multicam that Sierra and I created was a little bit in that vein. That was like working class on the res, woman just holding it together, like holding it down.
Yep.
And dealing with real things, but in a funny way. Golden Girls is also a show after my own heart. The jokes are hitting on Golden Girls.
Yes.
If y'all haven't watched Golden Girls in a while and you need a hearty laugh, highly recommend tuning in. And what I have watching now, this is the hardest one because I watch everything and I watch it all the way through.
You're a completist.
I am a completist.
Me too.
And
it's kind of a bummer sometimes.
You know what? Here's a show that I feel like doesn't, it's not, okay, I'm just going to talk about it. Morning Show.
Okay. Yes. I haven't seen this new season yet.
You haven't?
I am up to speed on seasons 1 through 3.
Okay. This last season is, in my opinion, was the best season.
Oh, wow.
And I don't really like the other seasons.
Okay.
I find them to be corny and very ham-fisted.
Uh-huh.
Really, really melodramatic. And I found the writing to be sort of floppy in a way. I don't know how else to describe it. It was just a little bit like not accessible, you know, but they really sharpened the knife this last season, and they gave because it's a predominantly female cast, you know, and these powerhouse actors. Stacked cast.
Yeah. Isn't Marion Cotillard in this new season? For fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Can do no wrong.
Yeah. And I feel like it was like giving these very intensely talented actresses like kind of weird, shitty stories, you know? And so I was kind of like, God, morning show. Like, I want you to be better.
Be better.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And this season, especially the finale, like really, really like.
Oh, I can't wait.
It takes you on a ride. It takes you on a ride of power that you really have been yearning for through the whole show.
Ooh, great.
And I didn't even think that I was going to say morning show today, but I'm just trying to think of a show that like kind of surprised me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I watched what's the crime drama that Task was incredible. From top to bottom.
I'm obsessed with Brad Inglesby and everything he does. I loved Mare of Easttown to a degree that's not healthy.
Totally.
I love Task. You know, I'm from Philadelphia, so I just want to talk about.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah. Task was like
incredible.
A perfect show.
Yes,
to me, I was like,
right?
wow, nothing is wrong with this show. It's so good. The performances are blowing my mind. The writing is blowing my mind.
Yeah.
No notes. But
Tom Pelphrey's accent. Oh my God.
Oh my God. And like, just like the way that I wanted to hump every actor and also like Mark Ruffalo. Like, I'm like, I will take a drunk and schlubby Mark Ruffalo.
Who plays Rumpled better than Mark Ruffalo?
And just being like so sad and
so
like
sad.
I'm questioning my faith. Oh
my God. I know.
Anyway, that's like a show that like can do no wrong for me, but like morning show, I'm like, you can do no right. And then they did right.
But see, exactly. Like it's never over.
Yeah.
There's I love it. I love it. These are great. I'm so glad. I'm so glad you got Task in there too.
Yeah.
Jana, this was awesome. Thank you so much for taking the time. Oh my God, of course. I'm so excited. I never know how to end this. I'm just gonna get up and give you a hug.